I do almost everything, all my conversions with Negative Lab Pro, but I recently found something called Film Lab that I'm really loving. So the first 36 images are free, and I'm just going to show you kind of how it works. After the first 36, I think you can either have like a yearly membership or a monthly one. I'm doing monthly just to see if I like continue with it. But essentially all you do is you pull your scans. So you've got to scan your negatives the same as you always do. So I do it with a digital camera scanner. I have a Nikon mirrorless camera, so all my file types are NEFs. And you literally just like pull them in to here. Once they're loaded, this is what it looks like. And it's so simple. It's like obnoxiously simple. You come up here, and this is a negative, right? It's not a slide film. I have found that I don't like I've tried to process slide films on this, and I still prefer Negative Lab Pro's outputs for that. But for negatives, which is what most people are using this for, that is what it looks right out of the box. Literally no adjustments. Can we take a second, because that was amazing. I'm actually using the 99 CRI light, but I don't see much like change when I shift it from the default, which is the 95 to the 99. And I think that's just to kind of like balance out that white balance. Anyway, from here, I mean, you can, change your density. I don't even want to do that because it was so good to begin with, right? Let's see here. You can add yellow or blue, so whatever you want. I do tend to go warmer, and I do tend to go pinker, but it was like so good. Why? Like, I mean, I don't know. You can come up here and you can say like, revert to original file if you want to start from scratch. You can apply auto settings. That's the auto settings. From here, I can, change my highlight densities, which is something that I do a lot because I like to kind of bring them down and tone it down. And again, same with your shadows, right? It's not as the thing is there's not as many bells and whistles as Negative Lab Pro. Like Negative Lab Pro, you can do all the color grading and stuff, and I use all of those buttons. But truth be told, when I talk to people who use Negative Lab Pro, most of them aren't even using the full functionality. So I don't even see why they would care. I think this was much better than any of the other programs I've used. Really easy. You don't need a tutorial to use this. It's that easy. So say I crop this, and you saw at the bottom I can rotate if needed, but this one I don't need to rotate. Let's see here. Alrighty, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Actually, okay, that's good enough. Okay, so that's that photo. Now you can go back, and this is the entire that entire folder of negatives. So if I wanted, I can copy and paste all of those edits that I made to that one. So it's very similar to Negative Lab Pro in that regard. Super easy. Some of them will be fine, some of them won't be. And then I think you'll just kind of end up, the way I use it, is you'll just kind of end up using this like you would a lab scanner, right? You have stripped down functionality, and you're going to make it look pretty good, mostly good. And then you're going to export it to a TIFF or a JPEG and pull it into Lightroom for any final adjustments. Like this one, little pink, but honestly that's kind of the color it was in person. Anytime you want to copy the settings, you can just, Control C or Swirly C, whatever your camera is. This one, you rotate it. I might pull this down a little bit. And anyway, it's kind of fun, right? pregnant here. It was Halloween during COVID. These are really old negatives. Anyway, so you kind of get the picture. It's really easy to use. Highly recommend it for people who really just want like pretty good scans, pretty inexpensively, pretty fast, without all of the effort that, quite frankly, Negative Lab Pro kind of takes. There's definitely a learning curve to using it right. And not everybody's ready to tackle that on day one. And quite frankly, I don't blame them. Negative Lab Pro is kind of a lot. There's all sorts of like little, ways to do it better. Changing your crops so that it's like interpreting the right information when it auto does stuff and the whole shebang. Anyway, I think this is a really great option. It's really fast. And again, you might as well try it if you're already digital camera scanning and kind of having trouble with Negative Lab Pro. I think this one is a cool thing to give a shot to. Yeah, and I've noticed really good results on like point and shoot camera images. Like those, I think they're way better, honestly, than Negative Lab Pros. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like the way it was built to begin with, or the type of user it was built to like adjust around, but it's really good. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. This one, I don't know, this one might be one of those ones that would look better in Negative Lab Pro, but it's not bad. And truth be told, it was hard for me the first time I did this in Negative Lab Pro when I was really new to Negative Lab Pro. Actually, I'm going to copy this one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, baby. This one's obviously kind of like too yellow, maybe needs a little pink, whatever. Again, I think it's nice. I think you can achieve the airy look a lot easier. I definitely don't think the scans pop quite as well, but yeah, I'm just going to go through and finish this for you guys so you can see the whole workflow. Oh my gosh, was I pregnant? Oh gosh. What a beautiful time of life, and what a if you've ever been pregnant, you get it. Everything's so bloated. Okay. Love that I'm getting past the images of me. All right. This one, the density's kind of, but this is also what you get in roll analysis, right? You get the variation in exposure, Negative Lab Pro. So like that one, you can see I copied the settings from the previous image, and that one clearly had a different exposure. So this one was had a different density. It was a different density negative. But these were, kind of bang on similar. I think that one actually I would want more contrast, which means I probably want more contrast on this one. I think contrast makes a big difference in Film Lab. So yeah, there you go. That is Film Lab. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you give it a shot because it's pretty great. Now, if I wanted to export these, you just export, and you can pick a JPEG, a TIFF 8-bit, or 16-bit, and you can pick your color space. I think it's just sRGB for all of them. My guess is that they're kind of working on it and they'll add more color spaces in the future, but I pretty much only use sRGB, so it's okay for me. And you export. Ta-da! Now you know a whole new application and can scan your negatives even faster.